What's going on, YouTube? My name is Christian, and you are tuned in to Party Rental Mafia. If it's your first time here, Party Rental Mafia is the channel for anyone interested in or already in the party rental industry. The goal of this channel is to share information that will help you start and grow your party rental business, filled with tips, tricks, strategies, interviews, and how-to videos. If you're already subscribed to the channel, thank you, and we appreciate you. If it's your first time here or you haven't done so already, please do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, smash the like button, and ring the bell so you can get notified when more content is released. What's going on, Party Rental Mafia? Christian back with another video. This is a special video. We haven't done anything like this before, so this is the first time on the channel. Before we get into the video, make sure you hit that like button, make sure you subscribe and ring that bell so you can get notified when we drop more content like this. As you can see, we have on the screen Nick. We appreciate you joining. We tried to do this sooner. I had something come up, so we had to shift. So I actually thought I had missed my opportunity. I was like, man, I didn't mess this up. I didn't fumble. So I appreciate you coming on today, man.
Yeah, absolutely, man. No worries. I know that these are a lot of fun, but they are a lot different than sitting in front of a camera and recording yourself. So
yeah, absolutely. This, like I said, this is my first one. So we're excited to have you, man. So there's some people on here that may be familiar with you, some people that may not. So if you want to do a quick rundown of who you are and what you do and how you got into the business, man, we'd love to hear it.
Cool. Yes, I got into the business in the summer of 2019, actually about June. My wife decided she was going to go buy a bounce house, and I had a job. I was working. I was at that job. She called me and said, "What do you think? I'm gonna go buy this bounce house." I was like, "Oh, what?" And she said, "Listen, I know you want to quit your job and you want to start a business on the side so that, this could be like a little side hustle. That way you can quit and still have some money coming in, blah, 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 blah." And so I was like, bet, like, let's go. So she actually went and bought our first unit. She actually got upsold into a slip and slide too. So she bought one bounce house and one slip and slide. And that's how it all began, right? I had no intentions ever of going into the inflatable business. I had been an employee at a shoe store called Journeys for 16 years. I started working there when I was 18. I'd learned to sell. I'd learned to run businesses. I'd learned to hire. I'd learned to interview. Like, I learned everything you need to know to run a business. To put it short, I grew out of employee life. Like, I just don't like people telling me what to do. I don't like rules. So I quit my job and I was going to start a consulting agency. Quickly turned that idea was bad. I just didn't like it. So I kind of was just doing this inflatable thing, like whatever, because we had them. We were buying a couple more. We were not like trying to scale the business, but it kind of had some legs, right? So we kept going with it. And at the time I was driving Uber and literally selling garbage off the side of the road, so I could bring in some money, right? My wife is a business owner too. She owns a hair salon, so she's cutting hair and she's making good money, right? But I mean, I went from six-figure income to $0, right? So I'm trying to do everything I can to bring in money. And at the time, she's, we're having conversations. She's like, "Well, when are you going to get a job?" I'm like, "I'm not going to get a job. Like, I'm not getting a job." You know what I mean? So anyways, we get into March. And at that time I bought out a small company of 9 units. And I'd add 3 more, right? So I was up to 12 inflatables, actually, when you come to March. We had some good rentals on the books. I was very excited. That point in time where I remember kind of being torn, where I'm like, if I went all in on this jump off thing, I really felt strongly that I could scale it and make some pretty decent money. Nothing like where it is now. I did not think that was possible, right? But I thought I could make some pretty good money. My wife kept saying, like, "You're doing it wrong. This is like a cute little side hustle thing. You need to do something real," right? And so there was this kind of little crossroads between us, but I just kept doing it, kept working at it, whatever. Then COVID hits and she's got to shut down the salon. So we actually ran a promo, a week bounce house rental for the cost of 1 day. It went viral. We rented the entire inventory in a day. This is like it was March, like late March, probably like March 20th, March 25th, something like that in 2020. And that was like the moment it went whoop. And then there for a while. We didn't know what the hell was going to happen, right? Because it was COVID. So we didn't know if it was ever going to turn off. Like, so we kind of were going week to week, you know what I mean? Making, about $2,000 a week, but not knowing what we would do next week until kind of COVID chilled out a little bit, come like May. Yeah, it was obvious that it was going to keep going, right? Like the jump off was going to keep going. And so, and I do not remember this very well at all, but there was some sort of conversation in there between Michelle and I where it's kind of like, screw it, dude, I'm going to be the bounce house guy. We're going to do this, right? So then I continued to scale it, and I really, 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 really wanted to start a YouTube channel. Like I had wanted to start a YouTube channel for a long time, but didn't really have the context. I didn't know what the hell I was going to make the channel about. So if you go to my YouTube channel, which is my name, but if you go to my YouTube channel, way down at the bottom, there's some old videos of like, I don't know how to shoot video. I don't know how to edit video. They're bad. And they were really hard. They were really hard. You know what I mean? And I'm like, shit, I'm going to have to like learn this whole YouTube thing. I thought this would be a little easier. And so then there's a big gap where there's no videos that I made, just because like I'm scaling the jump off. I'm hiring employees. I'm trying to figure out the trailer thing. As in that era, scaling a bounce house business, you just guessed because there was no you, there was no me, there was no Justin. Like there was nothing out there. And so like I'm just trying to guess and like making up all this crazy shit as I go, my own stuff, you know what I mean? Then we finally get to about 2 years ago, almost exactly right now. I'm training a new employee, and I'm teaching them where we wash a combo, right? We wash the Big Kahuna combo, and then we're getting ready to roll that combo. And it was just like, boom, lightning hit. I'm like, this is the YouTube channel. So I handed my iPhone 10 to Ethan, right? He'd worked for me like 1 week. And I said, I'm going to teach you how to do this, but you're also going to film it. I need you to learn and film at the same time, right? So he shoots that video. I put it on YouTube as a private video, like bad editing, terrible shooting, like bad lighting. But then I went and put it in one of the Facebook groups. I said, I'm thinking about starting this YouTube channel or going heavy on this YouTube channel. And this is kind of the content I would make. I posted it in there as a private video, so it's like not public on YouTube, but anybody with the link can see it. Rave reviews. I was very humble. And so that was kind of the beginning where I'm like, shit, okay. I'm gonna just try this YouTube thing. So then I started I made a couple videos after that really quickly got really good traction. And I was just kind of like, okay. I sat my wife down again. I'm like, all right, you're not gonna see me again for like another 3 months. Aside from I'm working 12 hours a day, 7 days a week, trying to figure out the jump off. And then I said, this YouTube thing's going to work. So just bear with me. She was very supportive, almost begrudgingly, but she was very supportive. And I went super, super hard on YouTube, really immersed myself in learning the algorithm, learning the SEO, the editing, the shooting, like everything. And started to put some good videos out there, and it just instantly was getting good feedback on it. So I told her that I was going to just grind and go super hard until I got to 1,000 subscribers, because that's when I could monetize the channel. Yeah, that was like, not that I like wanted to make all this money or something, but like, you just need a benchmark. And so that's what I said. I said, I think I can do it by December. So I'm just going to go hard and see what happens. I ended up doing it by July. Got to 1,000, and then it just kept going, you know what I mean? And then all of a sudden the phone started to ring, and it just a company calls, or some random person from across the country calls the jump off phone number, which, please guys, don't do that. I don't answer that phone anymore. Don't do that. Okay. But like, they're like, bro, I can't believe you answered, and so it was obvious, like, whoa, this has kind of changed my life. And so then I just kind of kept on that path as much as I could, like, and dude, making videos is so much freaking harder than anybody. I just kind of stayed on that path and kind of started to assert myself as like the go-to guy in the industry. Right, in all my videos, I tell everybody, you can DM me every question. I answer every DM. I still do. You know what I mean? I get 10 to 15 a day, but I still answer every single one that I get, because that's what I love to do. That's why I started the YouTube channel, is I missed the teaching aspect of my old job. Yeah, and so now I sit here now, it's kind of like the jump off rental side has scaled immensely. So we're almost at 60 units now. And then I launched the jumpoffstore.com. I kind of low key invented.
Yeah.
That's like the wrong word. Like I created this product again, kind of just had this wild, like that. Basically, I had the YouTube channel following, so I'm like, fuck, okay, it's time to try and sell something. And so I started selling those rolling straps, and then I expanded into the lashing straps and deering straps, and now I got other shit. We got blowers coming. We got all sorts of other products. And so the jump off store has scaled like crazy. And then I just kept trying to put as much out there as I could. So I started a Wednesday night live show. So we do Wednesday night, 7 p.m. Central. It's called Booze and Biz. This is just tea, but we drink our favorite drinks. So we talk business. That's been a pretty good success. Last night I think was so right now it's Thursday, so we did the show last night. I think we had at one point in time in the Zoom we had I think 36 people. That's the biggest one off the top of my head, the biggest one that I can remember. And then the live Facebook Live, broadcast on Facebook Live too. The live feed broke on my computer. It was still broadcasting, but I couldn't see how many people were on Facebook, so I don't know how many were on Facebook.
And it's funny because we got similar stories as far as getting into the business. So I'm in Virginia. I was living in North Carolina, and Katie and I were doing long distance relationship, and I was like, I want to come up there, and I was like, I'm not really trying to work for somebody else. I've done that. I've learned the tools like you did, and she's like, well. I told her, I said, let's get into like wholesaling real estate. I sit behind a desk, we can call, we can reach out to some people, we can try to make some deals. She was like, I want to get into the bounce house business. And I was like, sure. I mean, you know how to start an LLC? She had never started one before. So luckily I had. And I mean, she got the ball rolling. We haven't looked back. So we started the LLC May 3rd, May 10th, we started advertising. May 12th, we had our first rental and haven't looked back. So, yeah, I never thought I would be in the business. I have a friend. He and his dad are in the business. They've been in it about 20 years doing it. So, but yeah, it sounds like, man, you've had to put in like a lot of time between, the bounce houses, the YouTube channel, the online store. I mean, how do you manage it all?
It's one of those things where people be like, bro, you're gonna burn out, you need to stop. I'm like, no. I'm incapable of burnout because dude, it just makes me so happy. Like, is so I actually went on this this reality show. It's called The Blocks. Okay, BLOX. It's my season was season 7. It's gonna come out. It should be coming out here pretty soon. I don't know I don't know like how much time I have on the camera or whatever, right? But The Blocks is an entrepreneur competition. So there was about 65 other businesses there along with me. And so we break off into little groups. We kind of do other little activities or whatever. But I'm mingling with all these other entrepreneurs. And then there's 8 different coaches that are like millionaires, you know what I mean? The legend entrepreneurs, right? And I'm telling them like, right, I tell them that I have a bounce house business and everybody's like, oh, fucking cool. Right? Like the bounce house guy over here. But then I start talking and they're like, okay, wait a minute. Like, right. So then I start talking about YouTube and they're like, oh shit, you're a YouTuber too? I'm like, yeah. And then just kind of like casually, like nothing big. Like I'm not trying to like, pump my tires or anything. But like I start mentioning the store, start mentioning the Discord group, the Facebook group, all that stuff. And people like start freaking out. And I'm like, slow down. They're like, yeah, that's amazing. I really want to start a podcast. I'm like, oh, I have one. And they're like, wait, do you have a podcast? Like, how many listens do we get? I'm like, I don't know, like 150 listens per episode. It's not very big. They're like, right? Everybody's mind is exploding, all this stuff. And I'm like, I didn't realize, right? Because you're so focused on the grind and doing everything. I don't ever take a step back, you know what I mean? And look at my own body of work, I guess you could say, until all these people at the blocks, right? Judges and other contestants, are all impressed, I guess you could say, right? So I leave there and kind of like go take stock of where I'm at or whatever. And I'm a journal. I like to write, so I write in my journal almost every day. And I have like a stack of old ones.
It's so
I kind of went thumbing through some of the old ones, and like in there, I'm talking about being unhappy as an employee and how I want to start this podcast and how I think I can change people's lives and I can do I'm talking about all the things that I have now. And I really took a step back and was like, oh wow, dude, like I've been so focused on the work, I didn't even stop to notice, like, I kind of did it.
Yeah.
Like the dreams I've always had, I did it. You know what I mean? And so it's just one of those things where it's just like, bro, it just makes me happy. And
Yeah.
so I'm able to just put in, and this is gonna sound shitty, but it's my truth. Bro, I don't want to be out there kayaking with my kids on Saturday. I don't want to
Yeah.
be playing catch in the backyard. You know what I mean? My wife and the kids go get in the pool. Sometimes I go with them. Other times, dude, I'd rather be at my
Right.
laptop or working on the website. You know what I mean? Posting something in the communities. Like, I just like work is my hobby. Work is my hobby, and so like it just makes me happy. Like, that's all it is.
Well, yeah, because this industry, it takes a lot of your time like that. What's some advice that you would give a lot of people that's on my channel? They're either thinking about getting into business or they're new to the business. And that's why I kind of started it, because I was like, if I had some help me overcome the roadblocks that I'm coming through or the mistakes that I've made, if I can help give somebody else that information to help them scale their business and reach the lifestyle they want, then I mean that's what I'm here for. So, but yeah, what advice would you give, to people either thinking about getting into business or new to the business?
Yeah, the advice would be, go find out what this business actually is. Everybody, no, almost everybody, gets into the business because they watched us come there for 20 minutes and they paid us $300, right? And they're
Yeah.
like, "Oh man, this must be a great business," which it is. But you don't understand all the other stuff that goes into it, right? So what I would say is go watch the videos, right? And I get criticized that I make it look easy in my videos, like I'm trying to make it look fun and everything.
Yeah,
uh
yeah,
but go watch your videos, watch my videos, go watch Justin's videos, to kind of get an idea of the scope of what the business is. Then I would go jump in a Facebook group. There's about 4 trillion of them. Mine is called Bounce House Business Mentors, if you want to jump into mine, but there's a
yeah,
million of them. And just go kind of lurk, you know what I mean? And just watch what people say. There is a lot of positivity, for a lot of us, because I mean, I genuinely really like this, you know what I mean, this
yeah,
industry.
yeah.
But there also is a lot of negativity out there. So just go figure out what you're getting yourself into. Potentially, it's a weekend heavy business. Okay, so like your weekends
Yeah.
are spent working. It's a morning business, right? You're up at like 5 every Saturday to go deliver units. Then you are done by 12, and then you got to go pick them back up Saturday night. If you do that,
Yeah.
we've switched. We just leave everything overnight as long as much as we
I'm
can.
not there. I'm not there yet. I still, I mean, you got 60 units. I still go and, well, sometimes if we have to leave them overnight, we've gotten to the point where sometimes we have to drop them off a little early too.
Yeah, we do
So
too. Yeah, we
yeah,
do too.
because it just gets so hectic during that time, and
Yeah, it's a lot. You know what I mean? Like people are like, they think that it's a Saturday Sunday thing. It's like, well, dude, during those busy season, right? So it's basically starting now for me. I'm down in
yeah,
Florida. It's warm, so we're already busy. I mean, my Friday is spent. I mean, it takes. I'm good at it now, so I can make a route in 2 hours. You know what I mean? But
yeah,
back when I was newer, to make a busy route for Easter took me almost 10 hours total. Like, to figure out the logistics of how
yeah,
to get everything to the right places and get it picked up. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Then you've got to talk to every customer and tell them what time you're going to be there, or
yeah,
however you want to organize that. But you need to communicate with your customer, right? So you spend that Friday is like grueling. Saturday, is fun. You're just going to drop off units, 6 a.m. to 12. Dude, it's a lot of fun.
yeah,
Everybody's happy to see you, right? Sunday, now you got to do the hard work, go pick them all back up.
yep.
Right. And then you come home, and then what you don't
Get them
expect is, oh shit, now I got to blow them back up and clean them.
there, clean
And
them.
you spend Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, whatever, cleaning all your stuff. And then all of a sudden it's Friday, and you got the grueling long day of making
Yeah,
the route and the customers. And then it's Saturday. It's in the beginning, it's like, it feels like a vicious cycle where it's like very repetitive, but like, oh my God, I can't believe it. Like, the joke I always made was like, it's always Thursday. Like, no
okay,
matter
yeah,
what,
yeah,
like, I look up, I'm like, it's Thursday
yeah.
already, dude.
It's Thursday now.
It's Thursday now. Right.
And so, and
Yeah, go ahead.
you also mentioned your wife, and after having to close down the salon, and does she help you with it or with the business
Now,
as far as?
yeah,
Yeah,
now, so the main answer there is no, except for she is my absolute best recruiter, right?
yeah,
She talks to, like, I kind of coach her. I said, I need you to get me employees. She's like, I've got moms in my chair. I'm like, correct. And they have sons, daughters,
yes,
neighbors, like, right. So she is like my G of recruiter. Like almost every employee that I have came from her,
yeah.
in one fashion or another. But other than that, she doesn't really help out too much.
About too much, yeah,
She is like, she's mega, mega, mega hardworking and ambitious. So she doesn't want to close the salon and quit, but she
yeah,
wants to tear way down, and she does want to help me in the jump off, except for she's like addicted to it. It's like she can't. Like
yeah,
I
yeah,
keep telling her, like,
yeah.
anytime you're ready, girl. And no, right? And so then I just hired an admin, like a secretary type. Her name's Cassie. And I told Michelle the other day, I'm like, look, Cassie is way too amazing. Like, I can't, like, no offense, but you can't fill her shoes. So that
Yeah,
position's
yeah,
now gone.
yeah,
So yeah,
yeah.
so she
Katie is
doesn't do
real
much.
good at that. Katie's real good at that stuff. That like she complements the stuff that I'm bad at, and
Mhm.
vice versa. And she helped bridge that gap. So that's why I ask, because of course, you get couples that join the business, or you have somebody doing it, and people want to help in and stuff like that. So, look, that's how it is.
Yeah,
My little ones are still at daycare. They're about to get out here soon.
yeah, because we had to come up here to the office. I had a bunch of orders I had to fulfill, and she's like dying to go home because all the kids are out of school in the neighborhood. I'm
Yeah,
like, you're too little, dude. You got to come with me. So we'll be
yeah,
home. We'll
yeah,
go home
yeah,
soon. Okay, we'll go home soon.
yeah,
But yeah, so I think that Michelle will jump over and help in the business once we scale a little bit more.
hmm
Um, we've got some cool stuff happening and coming to where um, I think it will be able to financially support the family just off of the jump off
yeah,
income for
yeah,
both of us in probably a year. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
we'll see. I'm anxious though. I want her to come and help.
yeah,
She's awesome, and she's a same. She balances out some of my stuff. She's very cautious with money, and in my personal life, I don't buy anything, right? But at the
yeah,
jump
yeah.
off, she's like, "You need to slow down. Like you just keep
There's
spending."
always one that's Katie too. You
Yeah,
don't say buy a bounce house or something. She's like, you don't have to tell me twice.
you right. That's me.
So what's some plans and goals? Because you showed your journals. I've shown. I have me a board up on my wall now, and I have it broken off in sections. Like I do basketball officiating. I got into day trading. Of course, less bounce with the business, and then Party Rental Mafia to YouTube. So I have things written down that I need to get done. What's some goals that you guys have coming, for this year and your perceived future?
Yeah, so I'm very interested to see, like, the area that I live in. Like, I don't live in New Orleans proper. I live about 45 minutes out from it, and so the area that we're in is a little bit of a smaller community, and so I don't know how many units I need to fulfill the
Yeah,
market here. So I thought I was about done, and then as I have um, some other SEO work done, I'm now expanding, like,
yeah,
into areas I didn't think I could mess with. So I really want to get to kind of that terminal velocity of inventory. And I'm actually kind of led to believe now it's closer to 100. So I'm not even
yeah,
close. I
yeah,
really want to get there so we can kind of maximize, right? I just feel like once you get to the right size, things will hopefully, right? I've said this like a million times and it almost never comes true, right? But hopefully kind of like slow down a little bit to where then you can focus on, getting the perfect inventory, getting the right number of multiples of the most popular stuff. But like,
yeah,
if you don't have enough units, you just kind of like buy, and it all just rents out. You know what I mean? So I'm very
yeah,
excited to hopefully within the next year and a half, maybe, um, get to whatever that number is. We'll see. We'll see.
yeah,
Um, I've been really focused on growing the store just because like its success blows my mind. And so I'm trying to expand what I offer on there, not just the straps, but I'm trying to get blowers. So I'll have blowers soon. I just got in vinyl cement, and then I'm working on just some other stuff to get on there that because I want to make it a resource for people that can kind of come for everything. You know what I mean? And that being said, I want to get the strap stuff. Like I really pride myself on making the top end or like a fancy version that doesn't exist, so to speak. So that is a huge thing. And then my ultimate like mega passion, dude, is teaching. Like, and I do not want to go be a teacher at a school. Right? I don't like the structure. But I'm looking to launch classes, like in-person classes around the country where we go and like I'll go and have a class like teach how to start a bounce house business. I did a test last year. I did a bounce house one last year. And then I also I'm in the Christmas light business. And so I did a Christmas light one. The Christmas light one was packed, like literally full house, and had some incredible success from the students of that. And so I really want to grow that, whatever, 4 stops nationwide, but like go pick in Atlanta and whatever. So I'm excited for that. And then the YouTube channel, like, I don't know how to say this other than like, the more videos that I put out, like the more good it does in the world. Like it's become obvious to me that the YouTube platform appears to be my future, right? Like I'm a businessman and I'm obsessed with business, but I need to get more content up there and kind of, I guess you could say, broader content. Like I definitely want to stay in the bounce house niche, but like not just how to roll a combo, you know what I mean? The more in-depth stuff. Like last night on Booze and Biz, the theme of the show was salesmanship, like how to interact with customers on the phone, you know what I mean, to sell more things. I'm like, that I think is a hugely valuable topic because it's something that they don't have. Like most people come into this business not having a sales background, so they don't know how to interact with customers. And so those areas are really where everything's focused going in the future. I'm weird where I don't like to set like a goal. Like I just kind of like to have that almost like altruistic view of it, and then can go work into it because I like to pivot and I like to have room to operate. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So I mean that's really kind of what I'm focused on business wise. And then personal wise, like my son is 9. So I coached his soccer team last year and it was an absolute joy. You know what I mean? Like being able to teach kids the game that I love. I've played soccer since I was 4 and I still play. And so we're going to kind of make the jump up to academy next year, you know what I mean? And have like real deal, like tryouts and,
That's going to be
it's
nice.
going to get real. So now I'm excited. I'm really excited for that too.
I can't stress to people, you have to have like a direction that you're wanting to go. And like you said, if you have to pivot to get there, because there's obstacles, objectives that come up that get in your way that kind of try to derail you, that the importance of just staying with it in this business. Because like something Tariq talks about in this business is, I don't know what other business that you can invest some money and then make your money back as quickly as you can in this business.
Right.
So a lot of people just get into it and they don't realize the hard work that goes into it. They see, the people having fun. They don't see any of the back office stuff. So, but So
I mean, and that's where, you get the guy that's complains about, like I just bought a company out in December, a local company, 16 units. 16 units and then a motorized dolly and a trailer and the whole shebang, right? And so it's just funny that we go to pick it up, and he's a nice dude. I've known him. I've actually bought 2 units off him the year prior. Nice, great guy. Well, you get there and he's like, "Oh, bro, but what about when this happens? Isn't that such bullshit? Or this is so stupid?" I'm like, man, I don't have those. Like, I just don't have those problems. Like, yes, that happens, right? You get there and the client's not home and the gate's locked, whatever. Like, it happens, but those, like, they just don't affect me. They don't. Because it's like, I'm so happy like doing business. Like, I'm so happy in the entrepreneur land You know what I mean? That those things
Yeah.
are just kind of like they roll off my back. It's just not that big of a deal. You know what I mean? And
Yeah,
and I really think you got to
absolutely.
have a mindset like that to make it as an entrepreneur, where it's like I kind of tell the guys that work for me, I'm like, dude, when it goes smooth, it's almost like skeptical. You know what I mean? Like the obstacles are what make it fun. Like, oh, we got a trailer flat and we're already 5 minutes behind schedule. Like that's
Yeah,
what makes it fun. You know what I mean?
yeah.
And if you look at it like that, like you're gonna be successful and you're gonna win. If you want everything to be easy, it's like, bro, you need to go
No.
work on a desk somewhere.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. This is not that type of industry at all.
Mm.
Well, look, I'm not upgraded on the Zoom with the time, so I got the 40-minute window. But yeah, we appreciate you, stopping by, taking some time today, um, giving us some insight and some things to think on and implement into our business. What's that? Oh,
One of my
oh,
guys,
oh.
one of my guys out cleaning in the warehouse. He was
Oh,
popping
got you, got
something.
you, got you, got you. So before we go, let people know where they can find you. If they're not already subscribed, go subscribe to his channel, like his channel. Make sure you ring the bell. I always tell people, ring the bell. Know when this content is coming out. So, but
Right.
yeah, go ahead and tell them where they can find you, and we can end it off on that.
Cool. Yeah. So my YouTube channel is just my name, Nick Glassett. I made it a long time ago, and I didn't know what I was going to make it, so I just made it my name, and so that's just what it stayed. That's probably where you get the most value out of anything I ever teach, I guess you could say. If you want to talk to me, go to Instagram. That's usually where I interact with people the most is Instagram. You just type in my name. My handle is Nick O Glass, but just type in my name, I'll pop up. And then I'm in my own Facebook group the most. I interact in there the most, which is Bounce House Business Mentors.
All right, that's it, guys. Oh yeah, and I'm gonna have to find time to talk with you too. So I used to be in the roofing business, and people always talk about the off season, and me, I'm big on there is no off season because even if it is, I can go inside and do stuff.
Yep,
But
yep.
part of the reason I got into officiating is because of when it slows down the quote unquote off season. Still having some income coming in, so the Christmas lights is like perfect up my alley because I don't care about heights and stuff like that. So
Yeah, it's a great hustle, dude. It's a great hustle. It's a much
yeah,
different. Well, it kind of depends. We do have a good bit of crossover of clients of both businesses, but in the Christmas light industry, it's like your clients almost always very very high end,
yeah,
very high.
yeah, yeah.
But then once you do a good job and tell them, I always tell them about their jump off.
Yeah.
And we start doing their events too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the Christmas light business, like all my guys already, it's only April. Already, we're in the truck. I was out on deliveries with them 2 weekends ago, and all I hear is, "Bro, can't wait till Christmas light season." I'm like, we're not even the water slide season yet.
Yeah.
They love it, dude.
We're
They
just getting some good
absolutely love it.
weather, and you sitting here talking about the Christmas light season. I
It's
love it. I
funny.
love
They
it.
love it.
Well, yeah. Well, I appreciate your time and stopping by Party Rental Mafia, man. I got some shirts. I'm not even wearing my shirt right now, but I got some Party Rental Mafia shirts, man. I have to talk with you and get you one out there, man.
Yeah. Yeah, dude,
So,
for sure. We'll have to trade. I'll
yeah.
get you a jump off store shirt.
Yeah. All right, sounds good. Are you going to be at IAPA this year?
Yeah, I will be at IAPA. I will not have my own booth, but I might be working some booths. I don't know who yet, though. It's still kind of early.
Okay.
Yeah, so I don't know yet. But I'll definitely be there. So if you guys are there, come find me.
Yeah, we'll see you there. We already got the Airbnb and the flights and stuff. So
nice, dude. Yeah,
now we just got to get yeah, we just got to get the tickets and be smooth sailing. So, but yeah, I appreciate it.
Cool. All right, thanks, bro.
All right, thank you.
All right, later, Christian.